Welcome in, hockey fans. You've got it tuned to the Neutral Zone on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all things sports. Tonight's show, we've got lots of Coyote news, all about their new stadium. Scores from around the league tonight. We got 12 games going on. And it is a hockey bar in Tennessee. I might have to venture out too and see if Adam wants to come with. All that and more on tonight's 50th episode. Let's go! Welcome in, hockey fans, to the Neutral Zone on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. I'm your host, Zach Puplis. Adam Karnick has the night off. Tonight, we got our studs and duds back, as usual. It's our new tradition. We are talking lots about the Coyotes and their new arena. And the reviews from the fans and players alike. We are going to do a fly around of the league tonight and see how the games are progressing. There's 12 games going on tonight. And my friend discovered a hockey bar in Kalamazoo, not far from myself and Adam. So we might have to take a field trip and venture out and check it out. But yes, lots to get into tonight. But before we do, let's thank our sponsors here. We are efforting. There we go. Bay Area Raised, Emlos Great, Key to the Gate, and Anonymous. Those are our Patreon supporters. You can join our Patreon supporter list as well. Go to our website, iesportsradio.com, and you can donate. And the smallest tier is from $5 a month. That gets you shout-outs on all of our shows, all the way up to higher tiers, which include IE Sports Radio merchandise, as well as a chance to be featured on our flagship show, The Defining Moment. I want to thank all of them for their support. All right, let's get into it tonight. The Arizona Coyotes praised the crowd energy and opener at Mullet Arena. ESPN, Greg Wyshynski, October 29th. Tempe, Arizona. The Arizona Coyotes lost their home opener at Mullet Arena on Friday night, the NHL team's first game in its temporary home at Arizona State University. Blake Wheeler's goal at 32 seconds of overtime gave the Winnipeg Jets a 3-2 victory over the Coyotes in front of a small but enthusiastic crowd of 4,600 fans, considered a sellout in the NHL, or in the NCAA. Pardon me. Slip of the tongue. Understandable in this situation. Considered a sellout in the NCAA-sized rink. I wonder if that term rink just defines the arena itself, or if it actually means the ice is differently sized. I wonder how that works. Quote, tough way to end it, right? I thought we deserved better, end quote. Coyotes forward Christian Fischer said, who had 2 goals in the loss. Quote, but I thought energy of the crowd was great, something that we've missed as players, especially guys that have been here for a while. It's loud and the fans are cheering for us. That's all we really care about. I think it's a cool little rink. The Coyotes needed a new home after Glendale ended the team's 18-year run in the city, opting not to renew their lease at what's now known as Desert Diamond Arena. The Coyotes have a contract to play the next 3 seasons and potentially a 4th at ASU, while they hope a new arena in Tempe is approved and constructed. A vote from the City Council will come November 29th. They'll share Mullet Arena with the Sun Devils men's ice hockey team, with both of their logos painted at center ice. Retired Arizona star Shane Doan and his son Josh Doan, a Coyotes draft pick who plays for ASU, dropped the ceremonial first puck together. There was an energy out there, said Arizona coach Andre Torini. Good to be in front of our fans, and the crowd was into it. We were looking to see what kind of atmosphere it would be, and it was really cool out there. You could feed from that energy of the fans. The attendance was capped at 4,600, with some seats reserved for visiting media and the television broadcasts. That crowd included a packed ASU student section, where fans dressed as bananas and characters from the Netflix series Squid Game helped generate the majority of the Squid's chants. Majority of the game's chants. A drumline added collegiate flavor. Every fan in the building was given a Coyotes t-shirt and a commemorative mullet with blonde hair cascading down from the headband that read, "Go Coyotes, go." Arizona played its entire preseason and the first 6 games of the regular season on the road as construction on Mullet Arena, which is named for a family whose financial backing helped the Sun Devils reach NCAA Division I status in 2014, was completed. A 15,000 gross square foot annex is still being built next to the arena, which will house NHL quality locker rooms and training facilities for both the Coyotes and away teams. But that annex won't be ready until December. So Arizona's first 4 visiting opponents must use a temporary locker room built atop a community rink housed next to Mullet Arena. Quote, it's different. The ground is cold from being on top of the ice. When you take your shoes off, it's a little chilly on the feet, Winnipeg rookie Cole Porfetti said. But we knew it was temporary. We knew what we were coming into. It's unique. It's pretty cool to be the first team to ever be a part of this. It's weird, but it's also cool. The Coyotes play 3 more home games and then hit the road for 14 straight road games as the annex is completed. Wowza. Talk about swings and momentum. Long, short homestand, long road trip. Fisher scored the first 2 goals at Mullet Arena. Fisher's second goal came at 15 minutes and 28 seconds of the first period, but was answered by Perfetti's third goal of the season just 26 seconds later. The Coyotes led until 8:34 of the third period, when Winnipeg's red-hot Mark Scheifele scored his 6th goal on the season to tie the score. Arizona goalie Karel Velgemelka was outstanding in the loss, making 32 saves that included 12 in the third period, to the delight of the mullet-wearing crowd. It's going to be our home for 3 years here, maybe even 4, Fisher said. I think the more we embrace it, it'll be a tough place to play. We can use this to our advantage. You hear all the stuff that teams probably don't want to come here because of the small environment. Well, that'd be great for us. Let's use that as motivation to make it damn hard to play here. With that being said, let's look at some scores around the league tonight. We got... Well, there were 3 games last night. Kings beat the Blues 5-1. Hurricanes beat the Capitals in a shootout 3-2. And my poor Red Wings got dismantled by the Sabres 8-3. Tonight so far, we got Flyers Rangers tied at 0-0. 7:42 left in the third. Senators Lightning. Senators lead 2-1 with 11 minutes left in the third. Capitals and Golden Knights in a 2018 Stanley Cup Final rematch. Capitals are winning 2-1 with 13:39 left in the third. Islanders and Blackhawks are tied at 0 in the first. Canadians and Wild's up 2-0 in the second. Bruins and Penguins, that looks a good one. 2 classic, strong, well-pedigreed teams. 2-2 in the second. Kings and Stars. Stars lead that 1-0 in the first. Kraken and Flames just started. They're at 0-0 at the first. And Predators Oilers are 1-0 Predators in the first. Should be some really good games. The Kraken and Flames are both doing well so far. The Senators and Lightning are doing really well. Flyers and Rangers are decent. Flyers are definitely rebounding after a rough season last year. I think John Tortorella might be paying off. Kids, you can't go to McDonald's on the way home. We got food in the refrigerator at home that you can eat. Okay, so we will check back in with all those in a bit. Yet to come tonight, we still have Panthers and Coyotes at 10 o'clock, Devils and Canucks at 10, and Sharks and Ducks at 10:30. So I mentioned that the new arena at Arizona State, where the Coyotes are going to play for a couple of years while they figure out their long-term plans for an arena, is called Mullet Arena, based off the family that provided the money for the collegiate hockey program there. Because of that, Coyotes give fans mullets ahead of first game at ASU's Mullet Arena. The Arizona Coyotes are giving fans a chance to rock their own mullet inside the mullet. Greg Wyshynski, ESPN, October 28th. The Arizona Coyotes will call Arizona State University home for at least the next 3 seasons as they wait for approval and construction of a permanent home in Tempe, Arizona. The brand new facility in which they'll play NHL games is called Mullet Arena, named for a prominent benefactor of the Sun Devils men's hockey team. For their home opener against the Winnipeg Jets on Friday night, the Coyotes are giving roughly 5,000 fans in attendance and a unique opportunity to rock their own mullet inside the mullet. The Coyotes, it's all business in the front, party in the back. The Coyotes placed black headbands with blonde hair attached to the back of every seat in the new barn, including an ASU student section that will seat between 200 to 400 spectators. The front of the band reads, "Go Coyotes Go," and above the party in the back is a message that reads, "You do you." That's hilarious. It's all part of what the Coyotes hope is one of the most enthusiastic home ice advantages in the NHL. Quote, "We're excited. We're curious. If the fans are into it, then it'll be a unique experience with a lot of emotion out there," said Andre Turini, the Coyotes head coach. "I coached for a long time. If you asked me about the great crowds, you would be shocked because it would not be Madison Square Garden. It would be small barns where people are on top of you and there's emotion and it's intimidating." From Twitter, the Mullets will be here in the student section for tonight's Arizona Coyotes NHL Jets game on ESPN+. There wouldn't be Mullets without the Mullets. Don and Barbara Mullet's family have been ardent supporters of Sun Devil hockey and helped the program reach NCAA Division I status in 2014. Quote, "Don has been the biggest benefactor of our program going back to the club hockey days," said Sun Devils coach Greg Powers. "It's the only name that deserves to be on the building." It just so happens to be a really cool name, too. That's hilarious. I love it. All right, we are going to catch a break. We'll be back. You're listening to Lion... Oh, nope, that's their show. You're listening to The Neutral Zone on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me Adam Kernan every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Shores of the Puget Sound to the rushing waters of the Columbia River, stretching across the Great Cascades, and on IE Sports Radio lives the Northwest Territory Sports Show, hosted by me, Brad Buckingham. On this show, I cover all the great collegiate and professional sport teams that we have here in the Pacific Northwest. Of course, I'm talking about the Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Mariners, Sounders, and even the Seattle Kraken. But I can't forget all of that is good in Oregon either. I got the Trailblazers, the Oregon Ducks, the Beavers, even the Timbers, and much, much more. You can listen to the show every Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern, noon to 1 p.m. Pacific on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
It's IE Sports Radio. It is your direct feed for all that is sports. It is Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris every Tuesday night right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris is the most comprehensive view on Philadelphia sports exclusively right here on IE Sports Radio. You know what it is, your direct feed for all that is sports. Tuesday night, IE Sports Radio, Philly Sports Talk with Cash and Chris.